Hi, I'm Paul Salmon. I'm a spiritualist medium. My guest today is Jean Parnell from Jeannie's Elm Sanctuary in Ipswich. Hi, Jeannie.
Hello, Paul.
Are we composed?
We are now.
We are composed.
After calling you Salmon to start off with, I'm so sorry.
Lovely to see you anyway. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
It seems a long time, but I'm sure it isn't. But it does seem about a year ago.
How are you, though?
I'm very well, thank you.
You're looking good.
Thank you.
How are things at Jeannie's Elm Sanctuary?
Not too bad. We have our rises, we have our dips, like any businesses go. But on the whole, it's been going very well. I have had a major distraction this year. I've had my first grandchild.
Yes.
She's about just over 3 months old, and we had another family wedding, so there's been all sorts of things going on this year. And plus I turned 60 and I decided to go on a very personal journey, and so I've had those few distractions, and I've managed to complete the things I wanted to do.
I never ask a lady's age, Jeannie, but thanks for telling me.
I thought I'd just put that one in.
Is this a spiritual pathway, or is it like a family and the grandmama?
No, it's a very personal journey. I wanted to see how comfortable I was under my skin, and I really wanted to get to the essence, my core,
really?
and really discover myself again.
Can you tell us about this, or is it something too personal?
No, I mean, first of all, I went to what was called a drumming camp festival. I've taken up drumming, and
do you know, I don't know where you find the time, because you've got so much on.
I know, it's quite amazing. My family sometimes get a bit blown away what I fit in. So I went to this drum camp festival completely, utterly on my own, and I have to admit, when I did arrive at the gates, I nearly did turn that wheel round. I thought, that is quite a challenge, because that was a real test because you normally go with friends or group, but this was entirely on my own.
And that was a challenge, was it?
Yes, so, but I went for it, I took a deep breath, and I loved every second of it. I think it was about 5 days I stayed there, made amazing amount of friends, really discovered about myself, found out that yes, I can cope, I am comfortable under my skin, because after raising a family since the age of 19, I've always had little ones, people depending on me, so I've really never been me, if you like. I've always been so-and-so's mum, whatever.
Yeah.
And so I've really never had the opportunity to really understand or find out about me and how I can face challenges and cope with things. And I did. And then I went on another camp, only just August bank holiday. My partner did sort of help me set up. I mean, I can do it, much to my daughter's amazement. But he did stay with me for about 24 hours, then he disappeared. And much to the farmers' amusement, I stayed quite a few days on my own.
Is that another drumming course?
It was no. I just found this beautiful campsite in Dedham Vale, and I was near an ancient wood, the most glorious river. I did my own personal rituals, my little ceremonies, and it was wonderful.
As part of a group?
No, on my own.
Just you?
Just me. Yeah.
It's funny. So people may know that I've been out looking at earth energies by myself,
Yeah.
trying to maybe it's a thing going on at the moment where people are taking a step back and trying to find out about themselves. Finding
out about themselves and just getting reconnected with nature again. I think we're just going further and further away from nature. And I crave for nature. When I'm stuck away in that sanctuary, I crave.
But you say it's a challenge. I mean, not many people open a sanctuary, do they, a business by themselves?
I know, you keep reminding me of that, Paul. I never really sort of stopped to think about that. Thank you.
but tell me about the drumming. Tell me what's involved in that drumming course.
So I was very lucky. I was given this gift, a djembe drum. See, my roots are in Africa. I was born in Africa, and since I've been sort of running meditation classes and such like. I found drumming is very sort of a meditative sound. It's a repeating sound. So I'm exploring all sorts of things. So that's how I got onto this drumming lock, if you like, through this shamanism. And I found this wonderful guy called Eddie who runs workshops in Ipswich.
Okay.
So I attend regularly to his workshops.
Because been tempted about drumming because I've got so many doubts and I'm not sure what it's about.
Oh, you must come.
So I'd like to
seriously
pick your brains on this.
Yes, seriously. It's an incredible release. It does get you into, it's very challenging. It's like with dancing, I think it keeps your brain alert because it's almost coordination and it's keeping you finely tuned and alert and focused and keeping that brain exercised, if you like. So for my feet, I'm now sort of like trying to coordinate with my hands, which is quite a challenge. But once you get into it, it's very meditative and you come up feeling very high.
See, I've drummed with the Morris dancing sides.
Oh, it's that sort of drumming. Yeah.
So, and I'm thinking, well, that's that level, but where can it take you spiritually?
Well, you get lost, as I say. It's
Do
like
you?
a form of meditation. Yes, it's like no different to the shamans, really, with their rattles and their drumming. Takes you into that very deep state of meditation, into that sort of semi-trance, I believe, isn't it? That's what the gurus used to do.
It's on my list, so maybe I'll have another word with you sometime.
Come. You really must come.
Are you going again?
I go every week.
Oh, I'll come with you.
Yeah. I know, I very stupidly put on my, I emailed about 600 clients saying, I'm going to extend my hours on a Wednesday night, feel free to book for this, that and everything else. And I'm thinking, it's going to clash with my drumming, but, that's just, I have to do that. But at the moment I have been able to keep up without, hopefully, with not too many distractions.
Do you drum at home or?
Yes.
Yeah,
but I have to find a time that's not disturbing the neighbours.
Tell me all about it, but let's not go there.
Yeah, but I have got a very understanding neighbour, bless her. But obviously I'm respectful and I choose the time that's not going to disturb the boys and things like that. We are on the end of the terrace, which is quite helpful.
Let's go back a bit. How did it all begin, all this spiritualism, all this spiritual journey?
Okay.
From what age do you think?
So I have been reflecting a lot about this, especially now I've been doing these couple of journeys or so on my own this year. And I think right from the age of 4, I had a very strange experience, and no one's really described how or why, but I actually felt I fell through a black tunnel. Literally, I just was out of control. I was falling through this black tunnel. Now they say from 0 to 7 you're still quite connected to the other side, so I don't know if I still had that connection to the other side. It was almost like going through this rebirth, going through that tunnel, because now I've got my granddaughter. I've been really sort of looking into that. And then when we left Africa and came over to England, I have to say, and I have to be careful, but I didn't have the happiest of childhoods. It was pretty dire actually. And I had connections with fairies. They were my friends. So I knew, I just had that knowing, I just had that very strong knowing there was something there. So much so that helped me through my childhood to the point that I seriously considered going into being a nun.
Really?
So I was choosing between being a nun or a dancer. I ended up being a nurse, but I did end up working in a missionary hospital in London. So at that point I did join a Pentecostal church, and the people who were at this mission, it was Mildmay Mission Hospital, were very Pentecostal themselves. So it was all very clappy and singing and all that sort of thing. Then I had my first child, so that kind of took me off the pathway, and then I suddenly, as the years went on, I had 6.
Yeah.
So it was like stepping in, stepping out, but I always found periods in my life going back to church. I always found the church as being my sanctuary. Even when I went on this camp, that second time, there was this amazing church right on the edge of the woodland, and I was still drawn to go in there. It seemed to be like my inner sanctuary. And then early 2000, I very sadly lost my nephew who I hadn't had any contact for about a year. He was very, very close with me, and he was going through some really troubled times. Contacted me out of the blue. We had a long chat this particular Thursday for hours. He said, "Can I come and see you? Can you cook me my favourite roast dinner?" I said, "Absolutely, yeah, sure, David, come and see me." And I was halfway through cooking his dinner, and he got killed on the age of 12. So Yeah. So, if you like, I kind of, that's my way of giving this sanctuary to him.
Okay.
And through him, he's put me on this pathway.
Really?
Yeah. So, my children were old enough to I was able to let go of them, and they were, I thought they didn't need me so much that I could really get myself absorbed onto this spiritual journey. So obviously there was lots of questionings. I had to go through the shock, obviously, my sister-in-law, she went through this terrible pain because I felt I kind of took her son away from her. So we had quite a journey, and I started to read up a lot, wanted to find out even more. I had such a hunger, and the next thing I found, I found myself in the Cedar Spiritualist Church in Ipswich, and the rest is history. It just escalated and just.
And that's where we met.
Yes. Yeah. Not at a party.
Not at a party, but not like my next guest. We met at a party. Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, things you find out, because I never knew.
Well, something you just don't broadcast too much. Obviously, you can feel.
I know.
It's still sitting there, and it's still.
Yeah. And you're guided. Are you still guided by your nephew?
Do you know he's only come through once?
Has he?
Yes, and he came through at Hawley Church. But he was an amazing man, absolutely amazing. I think he's on a journey himself. He's probably somewhere busy and doing things himself and helping others.
I'm sure he is.
And I have lost a lot. I've lost my mum, and I've lost my dad. I've lost a few uncles, and I've lost lots of close friends.
Jeannie, where's a Scottish connection with you?
A Scottish connection? It's probably my mother-in-law. She was Scottish. She passed
away.
away.
I'm getting a big Scottish connection going on here. But maybe that's another story.
Celtics.
Good luck with your sanctuary.
Thank you.
Hope it goes from strength to strength.
Thank you.
Have you got a few more workshops coming up?
Yes, I'm hoping now that things are settled down. I mean, I'm awfully distracted by my granddaughter, so I'm hoping to bring about the coffee mornings. People have requested for that, and meditation workshops, and perhaps looking into shameless.
And what about Shakespeare? Because you were coming to my place to watch that Shakespeare.
Well, I did say to you there was a play down at the Jimmy's Farm. We'd never made it, did we?
No,
I just think it's
I've got a whole box collection at home.
But have you been down to Jimmy's Farm?
No.
Yeah, it's wonderful. They do Shakespeare's plays down there.
Jeannie, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure having you on my sofa again today.
Thank you.
You take care.
I will. Thank you very much.